Hi, I'm Ethan, I love muzzleloading, and this is an Indian Katar armor-piercing dagger with dual percussion pistols. This is a fine Katar outfitted with a pair of box-lock screw barrel percussion pistols, one on each support arm, oriented in line with the blade. The blade measures 18¼ inches overall, with a 10.5-inch double-edged spear point blade. The pistols are numbered 1 and 2 on both barrel and frame respectively. They feature a light border engraving on the sides as well as a fish head engraving on the hammer. This is certainly an oddity when it comes to the muzzleloading world. I've seen a few pieces like this featured on several museum pages online. It's kind of rare that we see something like the Metropolitan Museum of Art feature muzzleloaders, but every now and then you'll see something like this. This is a really neat piece, and the box lock percussion pistols on either side are very reminiscent of some of the box lock, kind of Derringer or poker gambling guns that we see from the late muzzleloading periods. When held, your trigger finger or pointer finger aligns on one trigger and your pinky finger aligns on the other side. So I'm not sure how much they've sort of actually been used for anything, but it's kind of neat to think about being able to use both triggers at the same time if you needed to. While it is strange, there are a lot of things that we see on this piece reminiscent of other muzzleloaders, mainly the fish head engraving on the hammers themselves. This is something that I've seen here on some of the other muzzleloaders I've looked at. And the border engraving around the box lock and the floral pattern here kind of lines up with some of the other Indian, British colonial Indian era muzzleloaders that we do see. Each of the locks and their accompanying barrels are numbered, and the numbers work in line with each other. I think so you can't mix up the barrel to the lock. You don't want to be putting barrel number 2 on barrel number 1. That could be indicative of not a perfect manufacturing process. Maybe these aren't interchangeable and the maker wanted these to stay together. Thinking about it though, with these box locks, because you load these, maybe not necessarily through the muzzle, but you unscrew the barrel and load at the breech or the muzzle of the lock, so to speak, here. You screw that barrel back on. You might not be loading these at the same time. Maybe you're loading them one at a time. So while I guess technically not specifically a muzzleloader here, we still have a percussion lock, and you could argue you could load this through the muzzle, but it's still a neat piece from the muzzleloading era of firearms. For a real solid half cock position there, and full cock as well. The hammer falls back down. That's pretty wild. I will say lock number 1 is a lot smoother than lock number 2 on this piece. So in the end, it's a box lock. You're unscrewing the barrel to load this. Maybe not technically a muzzleloader, but still a neat piece of arms making history here that goes hand in hand, I think, with the muzzleloading era. If you'd like to see more pictures of this and some more information about this, check out the Rock Island Auction Company on social media. They've been sharing a lot of fantastic photos, especially of this piece in particular, over the last few weeks. And we'll have more information about this on ilovemuzzleloading.com as well. I'm Ethan, I love muzzleloading. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.